What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and is ready to conquer the week that is. Oh man, so this week you guys are going to be getting a lot of content, man. Today you're going to be getting a vlog, and then tomorrow you're going to be getting getting a vlog about a play that I saw this weekend that one of my mentors and one of the absolute best people on the planet wrote and starred in called The Invisible Woman. We're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk about Crown Jewel, which is what we're going to get into today. We're also going to talk about this documentary, a wrestling related documentary called 350 Days. We're going to talk about all that, and I'm going to detail what went down this past Friday night at a dinner that I was at, and we're going to talk all about that. And there is footage of that I'm going to be showcasing to you guys that goes along with that story. So, yeah, let's just get right into it, man. So today like I said, we're just gonna kick it off with Crown Jewel, man. So Crown Jewel went down this past Saturday, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, part of the WWE's annual return to Saudi Arabia. And we had some great action, man. So first up, we had and probably gonna do the matches out of order because I don't really remember the order that the matches went in. I do remember the results, so let's just get into it. Okay, so first up, we had a battle of brutes, man. Bobby Lashley taking on Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar made a surprise appearance, a surprise return to the WWE. He had been out of action since SummerSlam and his loss to Roman Reigns in the Last Man Standing match for the WWE Universal Championship. So he came back and surprised attacked Bobby Lashley, and those two went at it. And Bobby Lashley, took it to Brock Lesnar. Gotta admit that. And but Brock Lesnar ended up coming out with a win due to countering the Hurt Lock. And for those of you who don't watch wrestling, the Hurt Lock is basically a full Nelson where you so basically the person applying the move is takes both it's basically a submission move. So the person that's applying the move takes both hands and locks them in with their hands. So and then squeezes on the trap muscles, and it's designed to be a punishing move, and it hurts. I've been putting it a lot, and so definitely not a move you want to be put in. So basically the only way to counter that is either reverse the move by what do you call it, pinning your opponent's shoulders to the mat, and basically your hands are locked. So there's nowhere for your hands to go. So basically the only way to get out of it is to use your feet. So that's what Brock Lesnar did. So he used his feet, and instead of making it to the ropes, he actually walked the ropes and was able to use Bobby Lashley's weight against him and counter and pin his shoulder to the mat, and for the 1-2-3, a very very creative finish. So Brock got the win there. And then okay, so next up we had Braun Strowman taking on Omos. Basically, Battle of the Giants, man. It was a typical giant match. Not a lot of fancy offense. Matter of fact, no fancy offense. Just straight destruction of each other. And Braun Strowman ended up getting the win over Omos when he picked him up and managed to put a power slam on him for the 1-2-3. Nothing crazy to write home about there. Then you had the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships being defended as Dakota Kai and Io Sky of Damage Control took on Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Alexa Bliss and Asuka managed to win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships last Monday on Raw. From Io Sky and Dakota Kai, and this was a rematch of that, and Dakota Kai and Io Sky ended up coming out with a win this time, thus becoming regaining the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships with the help of Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, caused Alexa Bliss the matchup for her team, and yeah, so Dakota Kai and Io Sky are the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Next up on the men's side of the tag team championships, you had the Usos defending against the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Butch, or Pete Dunne for you NXT fans and fans like myself. I still call him Pete Dunne, but so yeah, the Usos ended up beating the Brawling Brutes. It seems like both Usos are a little banged up after the recent European tour. They had a European tour, and then the Usos wrestled the Brawling Brutes on that tour, and they're got a little banged up. So heading into this one, you would think that the Brawling Brutes had the advantage, and they did, but the Usos managed to get the W there, and still remained the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. So coming up for the Usos this Friday on SmackDown, they have to face the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and in that match, it's not only for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships, but the Usos have the chance to break the previous record of longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions, held by the New Day at 483 days. So if the Usos hang on this Friday night, they will officially be the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in history. So a lot on the line in that match for both teams. Next up, Karrion Kross took on Drew McIntyre in a steel cage match. So the story here is that back at Extreme Rules was the last pay-per-view before this one. Karrion Kross ended up getting the win in a strap match over Drew McIntyre due to outside interference from Karrion Kross's manager Scarlett. But this time around, the steel cage is normally used to keep interference out and the competitors in. And despite his best efforts, even Scarlett climbing the steel cage at one point, Karrion Kross did not get the job done. He had lost to Drew McIntyre. It was kind of a photo finish, literally, because Drew McIntyre climbed out of the cage before Karrion Kross could crawl out of the cage. So it was definitely a photo finish there. So Drew McIntyre, and it was reported that Drew McIntyre worked the match with the flu, so major props to him. Drew McIntyre again, and then the WWE Women's Raw Women's Championship, I should say, was decided in a last woman standing match. Bayley taking on Bianca Belair, and those two women made history by competing in a last woman standing match and just competing in Saudi Arabia in general. I mean, even though this is not the first time WWE has gone to Saudi Arabia, anybody who knows anything about Saudi Arabian customs is not, they don't favor women too highly over there. So although a lot of progression is being made, they still have a long way to go. But for the women to compete in any type of match in Saudi Arabia is historic. So, and those women did the damn thing, and Bianca Belair was able to conquer Bayley in the last woman standing match and still be your Raw Women's Champion. So and then man okay, so and then the I think, let me see, is that it? Oh, okay, no, so the and then next up you had the OC taking on the Judgment Day. So the OC, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Doc Gallows took on the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley at ringside. And uh, again, the Judgment Day, uh, with the help of Rhea Ripley, was able to get the best of the OC, as they have been in recent weeks. And Rhea Ripley once again made her presence felt in this matchup by taking out AJ Styles and helping the leader of Judgment Day, Finn Balor, get the win. Uh, so yeah, man, Judgment Day is a very unstoppable force, and who is gonna stop them? Who's gonna be able to deal with them? Uh, and Before the main event, you had a promo from the returning Bray Wyatt. He said that he didn't know who he was, and well, he always knew who he was, I should say. And and he's never ran from his past, and he's going to conquer the demons of his past to be the best version of him that he could be. And then while he's cutting this promo, a mysterious voice named Uncle Howdy comes on the screen and tells Bray to embrace the darkness that's within him. And I got a feeling that this is going to lead to a much more darker side of Bray Wyatt. We'll see where this goes. And in the main event of Crown Jewel, you had YouTube megastar and social media sensation Logan Paul taking on the WWE Universal Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns, a man who has set a historic precedent in his own right, almost 800 days as a champion of some sort, whether it be Universal Champion or WWE Champion. He as of next month, he will be approaching 3 years without taking a pinfall loss of any kind, on whether it's on TV or it's at a live event. So that's definitely historic in its own right. But yeah, after a great back and forth match, Roman Reigns was able to pick up the win. Jake Paul was out there, Logan Paul's brother. And Roman Reigns brought the bloodline with him, minus Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn was not allowed to travel to Saudi Arabia due to him being of Syrian descent. As you know, the relationship between Saudi Arabia and Syria is quite strained, so he elects not to travel over there every time the WWE goes to Saudi Arabia. Anyway, it was a great match. Logan Paul, for it being his third professional match in a WWE ring, man, he has exceeded expectations, and he's certainly gaining my respect. Regardless of how you feel about him personally, definitely a hell of a competitor. Put up a hell of an effort against the WWE's top dog. Let's face it. And it was later on reported that that he tore his MCL, his ACL, and his meniscus during that match. And he still managed to finish the match. So major respect to Logan Paul. Speedy recovery, man. Uh, Man, and it was a great show. I enjoyed it. A little bit early due to the time difference. I started at 12 noon, so on Saturday. But that is, like I said, that's due to the time difference. I think it's an 8 hour time difference over there in Saudi Arabia from the United States. So that's why the pay per view started as early as it did in the US. So yeah, a great show. If you haven't checked Crown Jewel out, check it out. It's on the WWE on Peacock in the United States and on the WWE Network everywhere else. And you're gonna enjoy it. If you enjoy, I'm really enjoying the WWE product lately. Ever since Triple H took over, and just wrestling in general. It's a great time to be a fan of all wrestling, no matter what company you watch. It's just whether it's the Indies, whether it's AEW, whether it's Impact, the New Japan. It's just a great time to be a wrestling fan. So with that being said, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Classic Chronicles. Like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.